What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Savoy. As always, shout out to Graham, shout out to the rest of the AHA family, and shout out to Lori, who brought to my attention that Paul shared my reaction on his Facebook page, which, I'm on Facebook only insofar as I kind of post things on my own page, and I, basically go right back to shooting videos and so on. So I hadn't been following their Facebook page. I have rectified that, and ultimately, it's cool that somehow my reaction came across Paul's radar, and I appreciate him sharing it, and ultimately more AHA related fans perhaps finding their way to my channel. So, and indeed Savoy fans specifically. So yeah, very excited about that. Shout out to Paul. And ultimately we're going to listen to the final tune on the 1999 album Mountains of Time, which is, make sure I have this right, the tune is tongue-tied, yeah, which is an expression often used to mean you don't quite know what to say, or maybe you do know what to say, but you can't quite articulate it, you can't get it out. So someone who's tongue-tied is, there's a breakdown, there's a sort of, let's say, functional aphasia between what's going on in their head and what they're saying to others, what they're making public. And in that regard, someone who's tongue-tied may not only fail to be understood by others, but they may eventually feel frustrated or unfulfilled because they can't express what it is they're feeling or thinking. Now, it could be momentary. Oftentimes when people use that phrase, it means just momentarily you can't quite find the right words to say something, whereas a longer term inability to express oneself, again, aphasia or something like that, might be more commonly used to describe it. But ultimately, I wonder in what context this concept of being tongue-tied is playing out, and that may very well indicate whether it's a shorter term or longer term issue. Let's find out. This is Savoy, the tune is Tongue-Tied, and it's the last track on their 1999 album Mountains of Time.
That's why I'm tongue-tied. Your love is real, and that's why I'm moonshine. That's how it feels. Some will say, live today like there's no tomorrow. Some will say, come what may, you just have to follow. But if your world comes tumbling down, I will be right there. I will be right there. I will be right there.
Just stand by me in that sentiment. And come what may, I'll be there. Like, world comes tumbling down, I'll be right there.
I wouldn't hesitate. I will make you wait. I will be there. that's why
That little vocal flourish.
I'm tongue-tied. Your love is real. That's how it feels. Some will say, live today like there's no tomorrow. Some will say, come what may, we can only follow. But if your world comes tumbling down, I will be right there. Yes, if your world just brings you down, I will be right there. I will be right there. I will be right there.
Strings, a piano, chorus.
Right there.
I love this as the end of the record moment. Yeah, fantastic album closing track. And ultimately, it sounds like tongue-tied in this case is actually a more positive thing. It's, it's that sometimes, you can't find the words because it's like it's the feeling, it's the, the understanding you have, and nothing needs to be said. Sometimes words are unnecessary, that kind of concept. It felt like the other person's love, which, I don't know, just given the nature of their songwriting and their relationship, which again, like, seeing the movie, there were just some moments, including just a couple shots visually, where it's like, you can just feel that they're just such a, like, passionate couple in terms of the way they feel about each other and the inspiration they draw from each other. And I did love hearing Lauren talk about, it was either sink or swim. Like, you had to essentially become music, be part of music in your life and learn to be a musician, or the relationship wasn't going to work, because that's just all of what Paul does. So that was cool to hear. And shout out to the people who explained, like, she is American. They met in London, but she was from Boston, I think people were saying. So her accent makes a lot more sense now. But yeah, knowing sort of their relationship to a certain degree, and perhaps again with the movie enhancing that to a bit, yeah, I feel like perhaps he's talking about Lauren and saying that, her love is real, and because of that, sometimes it's like he can't find the right words because there's not, it's more about understanding the feeling. So I don't know if that's actually what's going on here, but given what I heard and given my understanding in that regard, that would be my best guess on a first listen. I look forward to hearing people's comments. Once again, shout out to Graham for helping me with the Savoy material. Shout out to all the AHA family, including those who are particularly keen on Savoy. And again, shout out to Lori for bringing to my attention that Paul had shared the earlier reaction. And shout out to Paul once again, who's singing, I think, again, on this one, really fantastic. A couple moments, like, bigger and more powerful toward the end of the track, but a couple moments where he has these nice little vibrato, like, melodic, fluctuations at the end of a longer passage. So enjoy his singing again. I like the choral background. I like the strings really prominent in a couple moments, and they would like pass on the supporting melody to the like keys, like the piano would come in. So yeah, cool composition as well. Top album closer. In the moment, I'm forgetting what the next album is. I'm sure Graham or others will comment, but yeah, really enjoyable to go through their catalog, and ultimately looking forward to hearing, more on the path to the 2023 tune that I have heard, "The Life and Times of a Wannabe," which again I've re-listened to that a number of times. It's a cool track, and I like, sort of I'm still sort of exploring the relationship between the visuals and the themes, which, I enjoy playing with the idea of authenticity, self-belief, perception about legitimacy, and so on. I really enjoy the themes of the tune. So, yeah, looking forward to hearing more on the path to getting there. I gotta say, the last two albums, I mean, I really enjoyed Mary Is Coming, but the last two in particular, Lackluster Me and Mountains of Time, really top albums, like, showing a bit, like, wider breadth, whereas I think Mary Is Coming was a bit more focused sonically, which now it sounds like I'm critiquing the other two, which I'm, like, it's the opposite of that. I like the more exploratory and multifaceted sounds of the last two albums, even if I do very much like the, alternative rock driven sound of Mary Is Coming. So more to learn about Savoy. Shout out to Graham once again. Do let me know what you think of this, and I will see you next time. Peace.